Howdy YouTube folks, it's your friendly Spirit Wolf, and I want to make a video on this item that I just finally got the other day. The final item from that sale. As you can see, I put the gas cap from that Kohler on there and put a different gas cap on there because I had one laying around, but it was slightly too big and this was just the right size for now. Eventually I'll find a correct gas cap that'll fit. And put this one back on that because this had a plastic gas cap on it, but during transport it must have blew off. Not a big deal. I can find something that will work on the internet or some. Plus I'd like to get an original metal cap anyways. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is an MTD 700 1969 model. You can see they did some rigging up of cables, so I'm gonna have to sort through that to fix that. Let's open the hood for you and let's start here. The muffler needs to be repaired, as you can see, so I'm trying to take that off and figure whether I can put a different one or just repair this. I have a muffler in the shop that would slide right on to something like that. So what I might do, worst case, is just cut this. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and then take a piece of pipe and have this welded and weld that muffler to this and just make my own custom muffler. The original muffler was slightly different in style, so and the chances of finding one of those are probably harder to find, so I just assume make my own, and that's not a big deal to me. This tractor is going to get restored. If you can see right there, or fully cosmetically and mechanically restored, I mean, you can see the original green. It's like a lime green, and this engine, from what I looked up, the engine was pearl white, like a pearlish white, and you can kind of see it there. But more so on the seat, it's kind of like a pearl white almost, I would say, from what I can tell through there. And the fenders were also pearl white, I believe. I forget, I have to look at the picture again. You can see where this was white too. And so I'm going to restore it back to that. This gas tank, I believe, may have came off of something else, but I could be wrong about that. It's red, and it's going to get restored in red. Have not gone through the mowing deck yet. Have not tried to start it. Got to add some oil because it was low on oil, so I don't know what this needs. I may need to get a new engine for it. I don't know. I would like to find another 7-horse engine, where worst comes to worst, if I have to replace it for one of these that's factory, because I'd like to have a stock engine in there. If I could find someone who has another tractor like this for that works on them and would part it out and sell me the engine, and the engine has been tested to have good compression if worst comes to worst. But I'm fairly confident with a little bit of work this thing might come back to life, but we don't know exactly what it needs. So this will be a video update where I play around with this and see if I can't get it. I've been trying to get the exhaust off of it, but I will do a further update video. Can't get it working, see if we can't get the mowing deck working, and then eventually we'll blast it down to bare metal and redo the paint to match this green. I'm gonna try to get a sample of this green to match it correctly, and the white. And I think I'm going to restore the mowing deck in the same white as that, which is like a pearl white, most likely, for the color wise, because I kind of like that, and you can see where the rims were white, and I just think that would look so much better than, because the chassis was originally black like it is. And I've been trying to find pictures on the internet of one with a mowing deck to see if it was white or it was black. And I just think it would look so much nicer if it was restored. in white, period. So I'm gonna do that. You can tell that somebody did a cheapo restoration on this, because if you look at the hood, you can see kind of like a Bondo-ish type stuff on there. This was just a cheap get it done restoration on the fly, because of the fact that the paint is so rough. Tells me that they just did a quick restoration, kind of fixed this, kind of bent this over here, because I don't think that was bent like that from the picture, but I'd have to look again. And if I had a way to show you the picture I found, I would put it up in here. And like I said, that muffler is custom, so is this little mounted, and you can see where it took a little whammo right here from something, because that's bent. I gotta get new hooks to go on there, because these are busted, but luckily they screw on, so it's not too hard. They basically look like this. I'm gonna get those replaced. Hopefully I can find some OEM ones, but if not, I'll find something close enough and make it work to get the hood latches fixed. One more glance under the hood here. That tank's gonna get restored in the original red paint. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Just go basics, getting the lights working. So this will be a coming up future video, but I want to get it running first before I do any restoration into it. And of course I'm going to replace the decals with new decals when I go to fully restore it. And I still got to get the key out of what's left of a key out of the ignition switch. Okay, see if it's an indac. But from looking at the ignition switch, and it could just be me, I'm thinking that's a specialty key, and that's gonna have some fun, because here, let me open the hood one more time. See how it's got those prongs for screw bolt to hold on the wires like that, and this one that's been missing the head, and then there's another wire right there that attaches to it. I don't know if you can see it, but anyways, see how that's got prongs on there? I'm kind of marked so I would know where they go again. I think that's a specialty key switch of some kind, most likely, but I could be wrong. I will find out once I pull it out, and if I can get it out. And if that's the case, I hope I'm able to find one, because I'm sure that's going to be hard to come by. Now, I probably could swap it with a different key switch, but I don't know that because the wiring's set up a certain way. So we're yet to see. Hopefully I can find one. I'm sure there's one out there. The indicator is not busted at all. I like that. Oftentimes these are busted up. It's in relatively decent shape. I have not blown up the bad tires yet. That's a yet to happen thing. But this would be cool to get this tractor on the mend. I want to start by fixing the muffler first, which will probably happen off camera. I don't have a welder, and I don't have welding skills, and C, I just don't think that's something you really need to see a whole ton of. But anyways, YouTube folks, I think that pretty much sums up this tractor. Oh, it's also got this attachment arm set up down here, so you can put attachments on it that go with it. I'm debating whether I'm going to leave that on or take it off. It'll have to come off there for the restoration, but I mean in general, because I really don't need it, because the only plan I really have for this is the mowing deck. Same with that Montgomery Ward's. Once that's done, I want to get the mowing deck working on that. That's really all my plans are with this. And as you can see, from what I can see so far without pulling out the mowing deck, is that it's pretty solid. I'm yet to go through those gears. Anyone who's familiar with these older tractors from like the late 60s, possibly early 70s too. I forget if they stopped at around 70 doing that. And before, have those little, a lot of them have these little gear setups right here, gear boxes on each side. You'll know that you want to look those over, because oftentimes those could be worn out from years of mowing and lack of maintenance. But anyways, YouTube folks, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one, and I think this is going to be a really nice addition to my hoard. That I would say collection, but it is kind of like a hoard. But it's getting organized. And as always, look for other videos in the future on this and other stuff. Trying to make plenty of content for you. I'll probably do in the future if and when I have a garden over that way. Building the garden possibly, and also what's in my garden and how to maintenance garden, because I want to get into homesteading videos too. And I'm thinking about getting some chickens too, because I want some. So there'll be some of that too, so look forward. There's going to be a variety of videos. Thank you so much as always for viewing. Keep your heads up, stay strong, all that kind of jazz. Have an excellent time, whatever it is, wherever you are. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. If you dislike my video, if you wouldn't mind commenting, please. And you don't have to like, or you don't have to subscribe, and you don't have to hit that notification bell, but if you would, that would be great. And you don't necessarily have to comment, but I would love if you did, just in that event, so I know what to do to make it better for you. As always, sunshine, unicorns, and rainbows.